Welcome to the continued adventures of Hill Orc Fighter Giac of Beogh. Now, no longer Ili Vilon. Finally, we've gotten to the most essential portion of the essential combo, which is Beogh, obviously, in this case. Check out today's itinerary. Breach Elf 3, and then grab a Vault Sentinel once the LZs are cleared. And I left some notes for myself regarding my gameplay style. I want to use Confusing Touch more. I've been underemphasizing that. And it also occurred to me that Vamp Drain is something I've been undervaluing. I haven't even memorized it, in fact. But it's a great answer to high EV, low HP elves, if I can get it castable. So check that out. It's red, but I could bring Necromancy up. And then I could be casting Charm, Regen, and Animate Dead, which makes for a more tactically flexible Necromancy. So the question is whether I can get it castable. And I think if I bring it up to primary, that's, or secondary, probably do it. Charms is at -1, so I could do Regen as well. I already have a lot of Regen naturally, but when I have chunks, then I might as well be using, my MP. So. I think I'm going to unfocus armor and shields, because those are relatively overpriced compared to, well, they're just high, not overpriced, but they're high cost compared to the magic skills that I'm training up now. Go ahead and train Necromancy as well, and remove the cap. The question is, do I also want to do summoning? Imps does not seem worthwhile. What would I get? White imps at best, maybe iron imps. What are they going to do to elves? Not much. Canine Familiar would be decent versus elves, though. And then I don't have... Guardian Golem is dubious. Very dubious with Beogh. There's Summon Ice Beast, which is good, and there's Summon Lightning Spire, which is great. That's ice and air, though. Ice is -1, air is -2. And there's a shortage of useful ice spells. Sorcerer Hibernation is not relevant. So it would just be for Summon Ice Beast, which is not appealing. So I don't think I'll go for more summoning. Well, I could get a Hound, basically. That's all I get. And improve my Summon Butterflies, which I'm sure right now is pretty lame. It's not a bad thing. It's just not great. I think summoning can stay where it is for now. I'll go for hexes and necromancy. Same deal for transmutations. Ice form isn't exciting. The rest of the stuff isn't happening, so it would just be sticks to snakes. Which the MO strat is too dangerous with Beogh, getting to the point where he's going to start giving me followers. So I also need to figure out whether long blades is going to be worthwhile for me with the double sword of draining. I can test that out. It'd be good to calibrate. Start with a rapier. $12.3 versus almost the same. Oh, actually, that's yeah, very close to the same. Which is great because draining is a different brand, so it means that I can apply that status effect for free without giving up any damage per doubt. Deca AUT. $13.7, so the Morning Star is edging him out, barely, which is interesting. Oh, and it's a pain brand, so it'll continue to get better as I improve my necromancy. I guess I can check the tridents too while I'm at it. It's way up there. Really good. And then the venom. See how it's doing. Practically the same. Very good. So the moral of the story here is that Longblades is a serious competitor now and deserves to be secondary. So that's cool. All of these weapon types have their own situational applicability. Might as well check the axe as well. Oh, the axe is outperforming all of them. So it's definitely a great brand to use versus casters. Great to see that. But I'll go back to the sling for minus telly. I did just lose my MP. The price of experimentation. Okay, I think I'm ready to descend now. Unless I need to memorize a spell or something. I could memorize Vamp Drain for some emergency healing. That would definitely be worth doing. I think I'll skip Canine Familiar. Only 6 spell levels left. So. And then there's Swiftness, which is mildly tempting, I guess. Having that ability to reposition is not something to sneeze at. A little burst of speed is great on a tank. So I think I will take Swiftness, actually. It's level 2 and it's 71%. So spell power won't be great, but that's okay. Get the charms going in anticipation of regen. So I'll definitely take charms to 1 and air magic to 1. Those are very cheap, so they should be focused. Okay, looking good. So I'm really spreading out the skills, which is heterodox, contrarian, but working very well. Okay. Now, unless I need to sort these spells, I do. Yeah, so move the 2 with the other 2s. Swiftness is escape, so that's at the end. And for the level 3s, yeah, I guess that's fine. I'm not sure which should come first, Takima's or Confuse. I kind of like to wait on Takima's because the dancing weapons tend to be slow and fragile if they're isolated, but a great source of supplemental damage if they're supported. So I'll put Confuse first and then cast in sequence. The rest looks good. Okay. Finally ready. Here we go. Oh, and I should turn off Wiz mode. There we go. Welcoming party. I should counter the freezing damage first of all. Well, let's okay. Yeah, I need to get RC. I'll do that first. And switch to the axe. Maybe I should cast before switching to the axe. Yeah, I think I'll do that. He's 3 away, but he's hasted, so I'm going to send now. Engulfed. I want to take out the water elemental first. Okay, great. Not getting engulfed anymore. I think I need Confusing Touch versus the I could blink away from these guys and get into a hall. And that's probably the smart thing to do. So forget about this. Okay, that's better. Now, we just need to apply Confusion. There we go. Now I need my heaviest hitting weapon on the job. Which would be the axe, really, I think. Wasn't it? 14. Yeah. Doesn't have a ton of AC. Or I could do the sling. And have a chance of hitting both without GDR. I think I'll do that. It's also velocity. And now I can slam into the water elemental, which doesn't have very good EV. Well, it's got okay EV. And there we go. Hit the dancing weapon. It's no longer confused. I'll finish off the water elemental. Got the freezing weapon. Somehow I can wear a different ring, but doesn't matter. Does it? Okay, now I need to reapply confusing touch. It's confused, it may step away, so I think I want the demon trident. Yeah, it's doing 13.2 without the venom, which isn't counted by FSIM, so that's pretty good. And it's got reach. The freezing will be ignored by its high resistance. So the damage on the freezing trident is overstated in this scenario. +5 Flail of Holy Wrath. I'm not really fighting demons right now. If I am, I've screwed up somewhere and I should be smiting an elf. So, go pass on that. And that's all 3 stairs. Be conservative and, well, I don't need to be conservative. There's just going to be one guy there. As for what I should wield, I think I'll go with the dagger and confusing touch. Okay, that was rude. He is not freezing, so I can put on the C-Invis ring. Take him up. Got a stab. He's wandering around, so, and he's sick as possible, so go with the freezing trident. Tomahawk will work fine. No chunks. I could buy another potion of magic, I think. Yeah, why not? I'm a caster now, so. Okay. Establish link up. Don't like all these doors. Gonna need some RC. Or not. It's a good time to cast Confusing Touch, I think. Maybe I'll take one shot first. And another. Okay, now Confusing Touch. And yeah, Confusing Touch just annihilates Elf EV. It also shuts down their casting, which is where a lot of their, what makes them dangerous, their burst damage, most of them. Okay. Confusing Touch again. Really happy with my collection of weapons now. Arrows, huh? Well, I'm okay with that. Do some reflection. What? It's a rush. Only got one pip of RF. I expect this guy to be first contestant. Ely healed. Since these 3 stairs are supporting, I don't need to worry about one of them getting camped. Oh, Confusing Touch ran out. What does he do? Stone arrow? So I could... I don't need to. Unless he goes invis. There we go. Obviously Confusing Touch and Poison synergize, as do tridents. Go ahead and raise this guy. Actually, do I? No, I don't want to. Well, they probably aren't going to stand right next to it anyway. They're ranged guys, so I can go ahead and keep using this stair. Particularly with the skeleton supporting. Okay, maximize resistances. Good to go. Am I? Do I want the RF and RN, or I think this is okay. Okay, I don't mind fighting 2 at once, because I have an anti-magic axe. How do you let me know? I'll just keep using the anti-magic axe, because I don't want him to kill my allies. And if he casts, I'll probably cause a casualty. Am I still reflecting? Let's not do that either. I want a tank. Cool. Okay, come on, guys. I need to isolate one. Should be easy enough. There we go. Because it's most efficient to train one orc at a time. Because the main restriction on orc training is the threshold at which he gains experience. Enemies below a certain threshold don't award experience. So the fewer orcs you have, the more generous, the lower the threshold is. So that's why it's best to have one. One-on-one teaching time. Okay, it looks good. I'm not going to blink, so I might as well keep reflection on. Is there a skeleton I can animate? Yeah, there is. And I will not precast Confusing Touch. Why don't you guys come here and then guard? Yeah. Okay, this one is ice, so I can reflect. I don't want to kill him out of view of my orc that I'm training. So let's see, what's the best weapon to use on an ice beast? I guess it's my double sword. Yeah. Alright, I want to take him up. And then I'm going to anti-magic him. Good. And that trained the orc. Also, training them one at a time minimizes the odds of, you know, if a pull goes bad and there are orc casualties, the most you can lose is one. So. Okay, what's next? Put the regen back on, and protection from magic. And I'm just going to keep on trying to lure back to the orc I'm training. Can't recall orcs, and I don't want to risk him by bringing him out onto the floor while he's still just a plain orc. Okay. Ouch. Put on reflection. He's got magma, so can do that instead of protection from magic. I'm going to try to walk him back to my orc. I better take off reflection or I'm going to kill him. I could have more RF. How would I do that though? I guess it's a weapon, an RF weapon. Well, I've got RF minus, that's why. Okay. So now I just wait for him to get adjacent. Maybe I'll increase my regen rate. Come on up. Nice. That's efficient orc training right there. That's my first orc warrior already. That's what I like to see. Okay, think it'll be a little bit... Oh, there's another corpse. Tell everyone to follow. Okay, guard. I'm going to balance out my resistances a bit. Get some Arlec. Okay, he's a Vermintide guy. So I need the RN, and I also need our poise. Alright, there we go. You got me with negative energy. That's okay though. His range is 5 on that, so I can switch to the rapier. I was going to step here to avoid getting my orc hit, but that's not a good idea because I need to stairdance this guy. He summons a demon. So I think I'll just go with the anti-magic axe. That's... yeah, we can do that. Well, my orc won't die while I'm off floor, so that helps. This guy. Get back on the stair. Okay. Train the orc warrior again. That was a good hit. Magma Bolt. So even with triple RF, he still did some irresistible damage. Good. The Orc Warrior did not rank up that time. He probably still gained experience, but maybe not. And anyway, he didn't gain enough to jump a tier from a single kill. So I think it's time to swap him out for someone who can gain a tier off a single kill. It's the most efficient training method. So, but where did I leave them? Let's see if I can spot them. on the map. There, okay. Oops. Hey. Okay. So I need to go back over there. Okay, retreat again. Everybody talks about how hard it is to train priests, but using this method, it's not a problem, as I hope to demonstrate. Looks good. There we go. Still don't know what he does. Kind of would like to find out. Okay. Bolt of fire is not a big deal. He's already named. Does that mean I can gift him? Not yet. Marba. Here we go. This guy's a go-getter. I want RC. He's a demon summoner. Okay, well, I don't think I can escape him. And he's already a problem. Problem to fight. Try to take him out. The important thing was to get him poisoned to limit the amount of summoning that he can do. Now he's a smite away from dying. And I think my best play here is Anti-Magic War Axe. There we go. Now I get a skeleton buddy, which will make it much easier to retreat. Air elemental. Definitely not something I want to bring to my orc. I want to get out of the open. So I'll charge. High EV means I need to confuse and touch him. Go for wizardry. Got him. How's his cold resistance? Doesn't have any. And that's how you take down a tornado. Air elemental. Get back to the standard configuration. Don't have to worry about that translocation trap. Oopsie daisy. Okay. Well, I appreciate that force lance actually. Skeleton is doing a great job of being a rear guard. Can do reflection here. I think I want confusing touch. Ooh, better take off reflection. He's about to die. Yeah, I'll cast confusing touch. I don't know what this guy has, so I'm not gonna take down my Arlek. %, to fail. Here, I'll take this one up. Still don't know what he does. He's confused. Guess I'm never going to find out what he can do. Level him again. This is good, I guess. Maybe I'll cast Confusing Touch. And then this is the Force guy. Can do reflection after I go up. He did have an AoE attack, so I wanted to drain his magic. I'm in my optimal casting state, just getting unlucky. Okay, what does he have? Ice. I'm set up for that. He's also got invis. This should be fine. No reflection. Good. Leveled the orc again. My magic is kind of low, but I have potions of magic, so it's fine. Magic points, that is. Here we go. Should get the rapier out. Another apprentice demonologist. That's okay, he's controlled. Okay, this thing has iron shot. Try hitting it with the anti-magic axe. Getting a little awkward here. Yeah, getting pretty awkward. Okay, I'll regen that off. 32 turns, that should be enough to get rid of the enemy. There he is. There we go. Definitely want to anti-magic him. Vetophagus is dangerous to my... This guy's definitely annoying. So let's wait another 30 turns. No, I don't think I can do that. I think he would get interrupted only by me getting hit, which would cause me to lose my priest. Okay, let's try this again. It's not too bad. Got him. And the orc got trained again. Soon he's going to evolve. I've opened this door, so I might as well try this one. Okay, I'll go for protection from cold and reflection. Better turn off reflection now. I think strength will help me with blocking and EV. Oh, got company. One shot won't kill him. That's a nice longbow. Nearly killed him. So I'll just wait. Okay, I'll take two at once. Nice. And the orc didn't learn anything from that. Strange. Shouldn't he have already leveled up? Maybe it's harder to level up the orc priests. Maybe they don't have an intermediate stage between priest and high priest. In which case, it's time to swap him out for someone who can still learn easily. Oh crap, I forgot to bring him. Oh, that won't do. The weakest ones get pushed to the rear, so it's easy to train your weakest guy. He's got a nice venom dagger. Okay. I think this is fine. test this door next. Should probably whoops, should have had the sling out for that. Well, that's that part of the map cleared. Don't like crossroads. Too easy to get cut off. Here we go. This hand axe of Elec is not safe to bring to a follower. So I need to deal with him now. With Confusing Touch. Easy enough. A hand axe of Elec is a very good axe because it applies the Elec brand a lot. I doubt it's as good as my anti-magic war axe, but it's very good. Good follower weapon. What does this guy do? I don't know. Elec. Also not really a good choice to bring to followers, because that's just all he does is blink and bolt, so high chance of wasting a follower. So I think I'll kill him here as well. Same method. Fire Elemental. Yeah, it's fast, but it doesn't matter. How can I get more RF? Shouldn't I have more? Oh yeah, I should. Okay, so don't want to accidentally kill it, and once I bring it up, I'll do freezing damage. So I think my orc was, no, it was right here. Yep, he got trained. That message, he's more experienced, means that he gained as much as he can with one kill, I think. Or something like that. There's a cap to how much XP they can gain per kill. I know that much. Go back to that crossroads. There's an in-vault somewhere around here. So Looks like nothing's coming out of there anymore. Annihilator, and I'm advancing into the black without my... Okay, he's dangerous. He's got lightning, LCS. So I think I want reflection. Now he's in LCS range. Probably not a good candidate for training my orcs. Too many different ways to just one-shot him. On the other hand, he should mostly focus on me, so I guess it depends on whether I can walk him back or not. I can try it. Lightning, no problem. Bit of poison. The issue is I have to keep Arlek up, which makes it difficult to kill him quickly. I guess I'll be using javelins. So I might lose the Orc Wizard. AC is his weakness, so really I want to confusing touch him. Okay. Some pretty good damage, so I think I'll go up. Okay, poisoned himself, and then blinked. Okay, well he's so hurt now that I'm tempted to just finish him with the anti-magic. Oh, that didn't work. Tomahawks should work. There we go. Level intelligence as always. Did the... I don't think he leveled off of that, and he should have. So maybe he's already at cap. It's the only explanation that makes sense to me. Carrying something I shouldn't. afraid of that. Okay, I know how to prevent it. There we go. Okay, I think this is far enough. I'm going to run into the elf 3 in vault soon, and I don't want to do that. So instead, well, I could go grab a vault sentinel, but if I did that, it would conflict with training orcs, unfortunately. So I have to decide which is more important. It's just going to be hard to move the sentinel through where I've got my orcs. So I think unless it becomes a problem, I'll just keep doing it this way. Air Elemental, get him into a hallway where his tornado is minimized, and wizardry is up, so get out my most accurate weapon. Here comes a deep elf mage, can't do much about that. And it's not immune to freezing, so negative energy. And I wasn't resisting. Okay. Switch to javelins. I want to get rid of this guy. Not a serious problem yet. Air Elemental is dead, and these hell rats are fast. Train skills, but they should do a good job of covering my retreat. And with 2 pips of RN and all my AC, shouldn't be an issue. Okay, so it did drain me. I'll just go up. There he is. I've got the RN I need. So I can hurt him once or twice with a tomahawk. He's getting cheeky now. Time to go up. That's going to do elect damage. Now I wait 30 turns. And try again. Quickly healed him. Time to train his magic. There we go. Train the wizard. Yellow drain. It's less than a level though. Just barely yellow. What am I doing? I should have the sling out. Deep Elf Archer. Use Axer. Put on Reflect. And that's all that needs to happen. Sizable pull. I think I want to confuse if possible. Since he normally has very high EV. Now it's time for the War Axe. And my wizard is doing his part. He unconfused himself. So now I need to turn on Confusing Touch again. Tank for my wizard. This wizard is confused. He might stab me. Archer is confused. That's probably it. Yep. Ely is still mad. She stays mad for a long time, it seems like. Okay, if I descend here, I've got a demonologist and an unknown. So that's a banishment chance. Pretty good defenses. I think I'll risk it. Couple of demons out. There's another guy I'll want to Confusing Touch. Ely heals. Banishment is 1%. I'm not worried about it. Still don't know what this guy does, but I'll take him up. I don't want him to fire through me to the wizard, so I'll do that. Why was my orc wizard confused? He was confused from the previous fight. That lasted a long time. Time to challenge the demonologist. Did the wizard level after I got that kill? No. You might level off the demonologist though. It's a higher level, higher tier enemy. I'll try it. Okay, didn't wait long enough. My mistake. Time to leave. Got me through the Arcor. Wait 30 turns. See whether that's enough. No, maybe. Anyway, I'll take him up. Now that he's on the stairs, he's pretty helpless. And the wizard poisons him. Nicely done. Okay, he's confused. Poison him further. Wow, he just tried to banish me. That was dangerous. So he does not stay confused very long. In that case, how do I want to handle him? I think I still want to confuse him. See if that was just a fluke. It not lasting very long. Even if not, by nerfing his EV, I can hit him with tomahawks. Yeah, it's lasting longer this time. Very good. And he gets named and armored. You can call a robe armor. Which a draconian would be happy to do, given that he can't wear one. So that's pretty cool. +1 robe. Got a little AC and a name. So yeah, this is obviously the most efficient method of training orcs. I mean, this is ridiculous how fast I'm training these guys to get them names and tiers and whatnot. Even the ones that are supposed to be difficult to do. Priests, wizards, it's no issue, it's no different. And he helped out a lot in that fight. So, the one-on-one time makes you really appreciate your followers. Murdo, you may seem like a hapless, hopeless orc wizard blinking his way to suicide, but you pulled your weight there. Good job, buddy. See, that's LARPing. Not LARPing, but role-playing. Anyway, I mean, if you can't roleplay a bit with Beogh, then you just don't know how to have fun. So this is the right loadout. And what do you do? Unknown. Vermin. I need to get my RN up. Okay, he's blocked, so I'm just going to go up. And wait 30 turns. Try again. There we go. Linked away. Nice. We have the first Orc Sorcerer. An Orc Sorcerer before an Orc Knight. Now, is that atypical or what? He's going to be draining. And paralyzing. Very cool. That said, I'm sure that training him further will be quite difficult, so it's time to swap him out. Unfortunate that I just raised this skeleton. Bit of a waste, but oh well. He's only a deep elf mage anyway. Their skeletons are weak. Actually, it's going to be kind of hard to level any of them, but definitely the sorcerer will be the hardest, so. Not sure who has the fewest HD now. I think I'll take the warrior with me. Because I know he can get up to a knight pretty easily. Even if it's hard to evolve for wizards and priests due to the fewer transitional forms. I think that's right. Okay, he wants to open that door. Well, it's already open. Oops, I'm going into the black without my sling out. Have I already cleared the invault? Is this the invault? Could be. There we go. Deep Elf Knight, no big deal. There's the haste. Hit the RC. Nice. My orc leveled. The key is to leave the orcs at the stairs because they are not good at retreating. And that's important for pulls and elf. That must be the invult. I don't think my orc can level off of just a basic deep elf mage, so I'm just going to dispose of him. I forgot to use the wizardry. That didn't last long. Okay. So this guy's so easy to handle. I'm tempted to just kite him back. But my orc probably won't get any benefit from it since he leveled from that last guy. So I'll just end it. Yeah, reflection. And I get a... Oops, gotta drop something. Get a skeleton out of the deal. Swiftness isn't very castable yet. Okay. Seven shouts. Awaken Earth. With that fireball, I don't want to bring him around my orcs. Crap. Well, the good news is I can probably blast my way through these guys. So let's try it. And if I'm surrounded, I can... But I did tell the skeleton to guard, so... Why is he not guarding by attacking that guy? He's just being a nuisance. Finally. Immolation here would be nice. Or Inner Flame. He's got repel missiles. Only rock walls. So actually, it's better to engage him there. But I don't want to get caught up in the vault rush, so I'll just continue retreating. He's hasted, so running is not going to work. But I've got blink and a lot of regen, so I think running will work. What should I be wielding? I guess it doesn't matter, but... I'll have better luck. I think it would be hard to make my way through there. Blademaster's starting to tell. Okay, so for the Blademaster, I think Confusing Touch is still the answer. I don't need protection from magic. So, I do need the RF and the RC. Can't have both. But he's not going to do Freezing Cloud on his buddy, so I don't need the RC. Just need the Wizardry. Be great to Kima's Dancing, but that's not going to work. Okay, so I think I've lost the Elementalist. Where did all those guys come from? Oh, they busted open that rune vault. Interesting. So now I've got the issue of this guy. He's got crazy EV. Pretty resistant to confusion as well. But I still think that's the best counter I have. I wonder if Beastly Appendage does damage while I'm confusing tension. Orc Warrior's gonna die. Don't want that. Well, this isn't really working. Did I ever land a headbutt? Just want to reach in for a bit. Can't evoke Blink with the slingshot. Guess I'll be working with the trident then. There we go. It's a strategy that works. He's got some AC and he's a badass, so I think I'll use javelins. Okay, now I don't want to kill him with my orc warrior off screen, so I gotta go find him. Hey buddy, where are you? There you are. Yep, there's my first orc knight. So that was a long fight, but you can definitely expect to spend resources on your first Blademaster, and not having to do so is definitely a win in my book. The resources that I spent were chunks. Now it's going to be a giant mess here, so for prudence sake I should go there. Don't know what this guy does. Ice. Okay, he's not really a problem, so I'll poison first. Yeah, so Orc Knight is not going to level off of those guys. I think I need to try to level up my sorcerer, my wizard. Don't know where the priest went. Earth. Oh crap. I figured that his HP bar was deceptive. But well, there's no shortage. Did he leave a corpse? No. This one has an anti-magic Lajatang. Very fancy. Leveled the orc. That's good. Oops. Very nice. Another orc sorcerer. Now the only guy to level up is the priest, who is AWOL. Get over here. This guy just insists on being first. There we go. There he is. This one is I think I can bring him in. I don't think he'll do his AoE attacks on himself. So, poison him up first. Does he blink? Yeah, no. Go ahead and confusing touch. Boom. High Priest. And keep training throwing. I've not been using my long blade at all. I'm not sure why that is. charms in there can be focused. Yeah, I definitely could have drained that Blademaster. That was a long fight. Would have been helpful. Okay, so there's no higher form for the priest. So now I need to get my Orc Warlord going. I think that Elementalist did me a favor by opening up that vault in the back. Just wait for him to... he's gonna die if I keep reflecting. So the in-vault. This is where a Vault Sentinel would be very handy. And trying to pull out these Vault Guards otherwise can be very dangerous. As was just seen with my lengthy retreat from this duo. The question is, how do I want to... What I can do is I can lock my orcs in a room and then bring the Vault Sentinel through. So that'll be a project for next time. Yep, sounds like a plan. All of these orcs are in tier except for the Orc Knight, so I should just lock him in a room and not worry about training orcs in vaults until I find the vault sentinel. Actually, it's not that big a problem to be training the one orc knight, because I can tell him to retreat while I take the sentinel with. So yeah, it's not a big deal at all. I can just retreat them away whenever they show up, so I don't need to lock them away. But still, I'll do that next time. See if there's anything I need to loot here. Nope. There's probably some new loot here from kills, but nothing too important. Yeah, even I'm impressed at how well the orc training has gone. I don't think I need to train while clearing the rest of this level, because there's only one entrance, so it'd be too annoying. I'm saying that because I left the orc knight behind. I could have brought him, but that would have been tedious. Anyhow, thanks for watching.